When is a major not a major? I think you'll find that's when it's the Players' Championship. Just one of the many discussion points coming up on today's episode. This week's episode, indeed, of the Bunkered Podcast. So, hello, I am Michael McEwen. Thank you very much for tuning in. Yeah, that old chestnut is back again. Must be February, because everyone's talking about whether or not the Players should be a major. I'll get to that. I've got some strong opinions on that one, as do the gentleman sitting to my immediate left. That is Bunkered Gear editor James Tate and performance editor Lewis Fraser. Gentlemen, hello, how are we doing?
Hello, Michael. Yeah, doing well.
How are you?
Good. Yeah, not bad. Had a good weekend, gents. Had a busy weekend.
Go on.
I went to Strictly Come Dancing on
What else would you be doing? Yeah, of course.
What else would you do? The Strictly's live tour came to Glasgow, so me and the family went along.
Excellent.
Still convinced.
I don't know what questions to ask to that.
Did you get your dancing shoes on?
No, but it has inspired me.
Right.
And, listen, the podcast is going really well. Listener numbers are growing all the time. The audience is getting bigger and bigger. Sooner or later, I'm going to get the old... And it'll be the Strictly producers saying, anyone on the show fancy doing this? And I'm going to have to say yes.
You can take
because
that
the world needs to see my Argentine tango.
It does. Do you think you could be one of the professionals on it? Never mind one of the contestants. Be teaching someone.
Well, I understood that's what I was going to be doing.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, funny. Very good.
That was my understanding of it. But no, that was good fun. But I want to share something with you guys, and I want to share something with the listeners.
Go on.
You know I like a quiz.
Oh, here we go.
And I went to a quiz at my daughter's school on Friday evening, a Parent-Teacher Association quiz, fundraising and all that sort of stuff. And I'm always happy to help out. All I ask is that they play fair.
Oh, no.
Not one, but two of the questions that I correctly answered on behalf of the other 8-9 people in the team were marked down as wrong.
Oh, no.
The first of which was,
Sabotage.
what is Clyde Football Club's historic home ground?
Right, okay.
Now, there's many different ways that one could answer this question. Clyde currently play at New Douglas Park in Hamilton because they've recently moved out of their latest home, Broadwood.
Yeah.
But their historic home for over 100 years was Shawfield. So imagine my disappointment when the correct answer was Broadwood.
No, not historic.
Not historic.
No.
Recent.
Recent, yeah.
One of, but not historic.
No.
And it gets worse.
Oh, no.
What is the word for a fear of flying?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, see, I do.
Yeah, because you have it.
I have it. I was very famously diagnosed with this condition.
Famously.
Many years ago on my prescription for diazepam,
Yes.
which you now can't get.
Right,
Believe me, I've tried.
Oh, no.
But going back 12, 13 years on my prescription for diazepam, it was noted that I suffer from aviophobia.
Oh, okay. Well, it stands to reason that would be the name.
Aviation,
Yeah.
avian, all that sort of stuff.
Phobia.
The correct answer, and apparently the only answer allowed, was aerophobia,
Ah.
which is another word for the same condition.
Yeah. So either should be correct.
Either's correct.
And you were marked wrong.
Marked wrong.
Did you go up to, like, in a school,
did you
take
get
your
the
paper
old
up to the teacher and be like, I was right here, but you marked me as wrong.
See,
What's
I didn't
going on?
want to cause a scene.
I don't want. Now you're speaking about it on the
Well,
podcast.
I've got my daughter's reputation to think about as
Right,
well.
okay.
I don't want to be that dad at the school.
Aye.
But I don't think it's too much to ask that if you're going to host a pub quiz, at least have the answers right.
Yeah. Oh,
So,
dear.
Did you lose by 2 points?
I don't even know. That's the thing. They wouldn't reveal the
Stormed out.
standings at the end.
Oh,
But
just a
honestly,
participation medal,
That
was
could
it?
have been a 4-shot swing. And
Yeah.
it was a cash prize as well.
Oh no.
So
Really lost it.
Oh,
This is bad.
I'm not over it, as you can probably
No,
tell.
I can't
And I feel
tell.
better for getting it off my chest here and for sharing it with the group. But
Here we go.
geez, So,
Oh,
did you
dear.
guys have a better weekend than me?
yeah, it was really low key actually. hit some golf balls, bit of speed training, and then it was dry on Sunday, so went outside for a walk,
There you
which
go.
was lovely. And
Yeah.
First dry day in the east coast of Scotland in 2026.
God.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been.
People will
it's been
think
shocking.
that you're joking when you say that. But that is
True
pretty
story.
much true, isn't
Yeah,
it? Yeah.
It's been awful. It's been
Well, I
awful.
was glad that the weather was dry because last week I went on a press trip to Spain.
Oh, this is amazing.
Now, people will be thinking, oh, lucky him going to Spain. And don't get me wrong, like, lucky to go on these trips. I've never been on a press trip quite like this one. So arrived to Malaga airport on Tuesday evening and walked out of the airport with my clubs in tow, as you do. And the
Did
driver...
you travel in your shorts and t-shirt, just to be clear?
No, I didn't.
Right, okay.
Why would that be?
It would be even funnier.
All right, okay. No, I should have. Well, no, I really shouldn't. So the driver is there waiting for me, and he points at my golf clubs and laughs. I'm thinking, why is he laughing at my clubs? He's like, no, impossible, no golf. And I'm like, what do you mean? We're in Malaga. So walk outside, and it's like torrential rain, like rain that was bouncing off the ground. So anyway, drive to the hotel, which is La Hacienda, Fairmont Hotel, which is absolutely lovely. I found out it was lovely because I spent the full next 3 days in there. When I got to my room that night, there was a little note on the floor which advised me that I had to stay indoors because there was a red alert. And red alert is danger to life in
goodness.
Spain. Now,
Not so much that it stopped the plane from landing, evidently.
Oh, no, it was fine. Come in.
Pilots are fine with that.
Yeah, absolutely no problem. There's hundreds of people on this plane, but no golf, that's for sure. Whatever you do. So I would have loved to have played golf, but I took the clubs there and they stayed in my travel case the whole 3 days, which was really disappointing.
Incredible. So
yeah.
Wow.
You got no golf in whatsoever?
Didn't touch a golf club the whole time.
Didn't even putt in the room?
Nothing. Didn't even come out. So
tough that.
this was with OWGR, who are launching some really great products, which I saw in the hotel lobby on the Wednesday. Which, yeah, disappointing, but I have the bag, so I took it out on Sunday. As James said, the weather was a bit better. But I did meet someone quite well known.
Now, I saw this on social media. This is impressive.
Yes.
Did you have any idea that you were sharing a hotel with such a legendary figure?
So I was in the taxi with the aforementioned taxi driver who was laughing at my golf clubs. And it's classic. I think this applies across the world as blokes, but you get in and you have a bit of small talk and then you think, God, there's a long way to go in this journey, so you've got to ask him if he plays golf. No. It's like, are you into football? He's like, yeah, Barcelona, like listing all the players.
From Malaga, and he likes Barcelona.
I think he might have like spent time in Barcelona and he's a fan of them, but I didn't go into like the semantics of it because he was talking about players that he's had in his car and like Xavi he's had in there. He was proud of that.
No, he hasn't.
So, well,
He's just winding you up.
Yeah, it could be, but it's worked anyway. I'm passing it off as fact.
Barack Obama.
Yeah. No. But anyway, we get up to the hotel and we'd like spoken a little bit about football. He didn't know who Inverness Calidus were, funnily enough. And he said...
Shock.
Yeah, shock. And he said, oh, Thomas Muller, this hotel. I'm like, oh, he's stayed here before, has he? He's like, no, now. I'm like, what? Thomas Muller's in the same hotel.
Bayern Munich in Germany, legend Thomas Muller.
Yeah,
Oh
like
God.
World Cup winner, Champions League winner. And he said, yeah, this hotel now. I'm like, no way. So I'm thinking, what on earth are Bayern Munich doing in this hotel right now? Went on Thomas Muller's Wikipedia page. He's recently moved to the MLS to play for Vancouver Whitecaps.
Retirement.
Yes, yeah, good on him. And I'm standing waiting to get checked in, and someone in a Vancouver Whitecaps like tracksuit top walks past me, thinking, oh my God, the driver's right. So next day after the golf's been called off and I've basically sat in the lobby like talking about golf bags for about 6 hours. Think I need to do something. So walked to the gym across the road and I can hear someone speaking in German on the phone. I'm like, well, there's no chance that there's other German people like involved with Vancouver Whitecaps. And sure enough, he's like on the treadmill thinking, what's like the least embarrassing thing I can do around like one of the greatest athletes that is this generation.
1 rep max
has
on the bench.
produced.
Can you give me a spot, Tom? Cheers.
Thankfully, he was just finishing up and I went on the treadmill for like 5 minutes. And as he was leaving, he was like gathering his stuff. And I'd like completed like 5 minutes, like a pathetic effort on the treadmill and got off. And he was still on the phone at this point, but had like the classic like eye contact of like, I know who you are and I want a photo with you. So he came over and like smiled at my phone and then walked off. And that was that.
Incredible.
So,
That's a long way to say you bumped into Thomas Muller at the
yeah.
hotel.
Sorry. but-
Jeez, oh.
Yeah.
I liked it. Good story.
Thanks.
Who's
Thank
the
you.
most famous person you've met on a golf trip, James?
Ooh, on a golf trip.
Any World Cup winners spring to mind?
No World Cup winners. just professional golfers, to
Just
be honest.
professional golfers.
Shane Lowry.
Who else would you see
Yeah.
at a golf hotel, I suppose? Eh?
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking
Yeah.
of golf legends, it's February the 9th as we record today. 2 Scottish golf legends were born on this day. 68 today is Sandy Lyle and 77 is Bernard Gallagher. Happy birthday to both you gents. Ryder Cup heroes, in Sandy's case, had multiple major champion as well. Absolute icons of Scottish golf. So many happy returns to you gents. Right, here we go.
Okay.
The Players' Championship. Major status. Discuss. So basically, oh God. Oh, I'm tired already. Basically, this all came about because last Thursday, the admin for the Players' Championship social media accounts evidently woke up and decided to settle upon chaos. They decided that they were going to release a social media teaser for next month's edition of the championship, which had this provocative sign-off: March is going to be major. Always thought it was April myself, but never mind. Obviously, everyone who saw that clip has interpreted this as the PGA Tour or Players' Championship trying to assume that marquee status that hitherto has been reserved for the Masters, PGA Championship, US Open, and Open as far as the men's game goes. We all know how desperate the Players is to be not so much the unofficial fifth major as the fifth major. So, of course, this got people talking once again about this subject. And during the telecast for the Waste Management Phoenix Open, Brandel Chambly, who is one of golf's most prominent analysts, made some interesting claims of his own, going so far as to say that he believes it's not only a major championship, but that it stands alone above the rest of the majors, the other four, and is, as he said, in my estimation, the best major. Right. Phil Mickelson, Lee Westwood, they were amongst the many to openly dispute this claim. First and foremost, James.
Yeah.
Players' Championship as a major, what do you think? Is there a case for it or no case at all?
No case at all. I don't think there's a case at all. It's a great event. And yes, okay, I think it's exciting because it is, it's got a great field. There's great history there. But the history's not nearly as long as some other events across the world. So, as he said in here, and by virtue of the fact that it in its 50-year history, I'm like, that's not that long.
That's a very American way of
I know.
approaching history. 50 years. Oh my God, it's ancient.
I know.
There's stuff in my garage that's older than the Players' Championship.
I know. There's
that top that Lewis is wearing.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Just as old.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, I think the RNA is older than America. So get your head around that. So he's reaching basically with that comment in my opinion. And I just think there's no case for it at all. Yeah, okay, it's a great tournament, but historically you're trying to compare that to the Open Championship and the Masters, the US Open and then the PGA. Have a day off.
Lewis, what's your take?
James has kind of nailed it there, to be honest. I think we can go
Very
to the
succinctly
break.
put.
Yeah. Look, it's going to be major in the sense that March will be significant for golf because, yeah, but obviously that's not what they're going for.
No,
not at
all.
It's a great tournament in that it's the PGA Tour's flagship event. It doesn't need to be anything else, the Players. I think we live in, a world where we're always trying to crown things as being, the greatest or the best thing ever.
Everything needs a label.
Yeah, everything needs a label that is sometimes bigger than what it actually is. And I think in this case, there's nothing wrong with being the PGA Tour's biggest week of the year. That's absolutely fine.
So
to try
true.
in the current state that golf is at the moment, that we've spoken about on this a lot, in that it's quite fractured in where players are playing. You can't say that, Brandel's saying that this is the deepest field in golf.
Not anymore, it's not.
Definitely not. John Rahm's not going to be playing the Players
You
unless something...
can't be a major championship and not have John Ram or Bryson DeChambeau
Yeah.
or Joaquin Neiman or arguably, Cam Smith,
Yeah.
Yeah.
David Puig, or how do you pronounce his name? Puig.
Yeah.
You can't be a major and not have an opportunity for those guys to play.
Yeah,
No.
exactly.
I mean, you can have a method for them to get in and them not get in and still be a major championship. But you cannot
course.
actively exclude people from your event and call yourself one of the biggest in the world.
Yeah.
I just don't get that.
No, it doesn't. That doesn't stand up for me. And then talk of the fact that it's the hardest to defend because Scotty only just did that for the first time in 2024. Like, I kind of get what Brando's getting at.
That's such an erroneous argument, though.
Yeah, but it doesn't stand to reason to make this like a better event than anything else on the calendar. So
You can say
Can
that.
anyone tell me how many times the Australian Open has been successfully defended off the top of your head?
no.
Well, I was about to say the exact same thing. It's like you can look at any other tournament and say that exact same comment.
Exactly.
Like,
The
it
Masters
means
has only been
nothing.
successfully defended 3 times.
Yeah.
So,
But it's- yeah, I don't know. Look, I was. It's a great tournament, and I get his point about the golf course. I think it's a brilliant golf course. But to say that it's the best, like you can measure it in like shots gained value and whatever else, that's all well and good. But we go to Augusta National every year. Like that's an incredible course. And then the Open rota has unbelievable courses. The US Open goes to great
Oakland,
places.
Pinehurst.
Yeah, exactly. So, nah, I'm not buying it. I think it's an interesting debate to have. But
Is it? I feel like we've had it
round
so
to-
many times.
Well, maybe not. No.
It was the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was definitely interesting to have the debate the first time, but here it is. As sure as night follows day, you know.
What
February,
what
straight
I
into
will
it.
say is that whoever's decided to do this campaign has absolutely nailed it because we're talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone is talking about it.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
a discussion.
I mean, well done. Congratulations. But to be honest, I mean, I don't think that Brandel's comments are the biggest story here at all. And for the record, look, I'll just lay my cards on the table. Brandel and I exchanged a few messages over the weekend. He's a man that I really like, enjoy his company. We've spent a lot of time together. In the golf sense, I'd consider him a friend. I would go up and speak to him and we would have a good chat. I can say with some certainty, he's not saying this to provoke. Brandel only speaks when he believes something and he takes time to form an opinion, and only then does he share it with the world. He's not the sort of guy that says the first thing that comes into his head. He thinks about it, he's studious, and he draws a conclusion, and then he presents it. Doesn't mean he's always right. That's the whole point of an opinion. I mean, it's not about being right or wrong. That's what he believes, and he is entitled to believe it. And you know what? I will defend until the hilt his right to have that an opinion. But I totally disagree. For me, the single bigger point is the fact that the PGA Tour is continuing to try and press home this idea that the Players is a major. Brandel wouldn't have been talking about this on Thursday were it not for the fact that this social media post has gone out.
It's true.
It's a very deliberate, very clever, and very provocative attempt to get this back on people's radar. I feel sorry for Waste Management, by the way. The sponsor of that event must be furious. And if they're not, they should be, because their whole event was hijacked by a discussion that's not about their event. So there's that. But let's look at this for a second, right? So the whole Players' Championship has the strongest field in golf argument. It was a reasonable justification once upon a time. Certainly, I mean, if you look at if you look at the 4 majors, the Players has never made accommodations for amateurs or aging past champions. That was all well and good. It was a strong, strong field. You struggle to argue that point. But as we've said, they've actively denied players opportunities to play in it because they're playing on another tour. They banned their defending champion a few years ago, Cam Smith, from defending his title. It's very hard to have someone successfully defend their title if they're not allowed to play in the first place. So that whole position, strongest field, completely invalidated. So notice what they've done now. The narrative is pivoted to, but the history of the event. James, you are absolutely bang on. It's 52 years old.
Yeah.
52. First time the Players was played was 1974, 114 years after the first Open, 99 years after the first US Open, 58 years after the first PGA, and 40 after the first Masters. Many of golf's biggest names have never played in the Players because they predate it.
Yeah.
Gene Sarazen, Ben Hogan, Walter Hagen. So if history is going to be used as a determining factor for if something becomes a major championship or not, then there are lots of events, to your point, James, that can make a much more compelling case. The Aussie Open dates back to 1904. French Open, 1906. South African Open, 1903. Aussie Open, by the way, won 6 times by Jack Nicklaus. That's how big of an event that is. So 52 years in golf terms or any other terms. It's just no history at all. So let's park that argument.
Yes.
Now let's look at the consequences of giving. I'm on a proper rant.
Yeah,
That's
by
fine.
the way.
Keep going.
I'm locked in.
That quiz really pissed me off. Okay. So let's just say we park all that, and whatever reason they come up with is do decide that the Players becomes a major championship. Here's why that's a problem. For one thing, the Masters is no longer the first men's major of the year. At the moment, it's the first major, but first men's major of the year. And so with it, it would lose all of the associated hype and anticipation that goes with that. 8 months of a build-up to the Masters. Do you really think that Fred Ridley and everyone else wearing a green jacket is going to be okay with that?
No.
4 weeks
No
they would
chance.
get at most of build-up. All of which is to say nothing of the optics of having 4 of the 5 men's majors taking place in the United States. Good idea, lads. Let's do that. Big global game. Don't get me wrong, I've always said the PGA Championship should move around a little bit and be more representative of all the PGAs, but PGA of America runs it. Good luck. And then you've got the career Grand Slam problem. Last year, with Rory McIlroy successfully become the 6th player to join that a very illustrious and exclusive group. It's something that he's tried for over a decade to do. Scotty Scheffler could do that this year. All of a sudden, put the players in. Well, you have to reconfigure what the career Grand Slam looks like.
Yeah.
I mean, you could retroactively make all players champions a major winner, which is its own kind of nonsense.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
But to do so, there you go. Only 3 players in the career Grand Slam club then. Jack Nicklaus, Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy. Sorry, Ben Hogan. Sorry, Gene Saracen. Sorry, Gary Player. You know Gary Player's going to have something to say about it.
Oh, yeah. I'd love to see what he'd have to say about it, to be honest.
This is a joke. I played for so long around the world.
He'd be right.
They're trying to extol the virtues of their history, and at the same time, they're quite content with rewriting history because it suits them. Then there's the whole point of what's at play here. It's simple. The PGA Tour fancies itself as the biggest show in golf, and it's miffed that it has the 5th most important event in the game at best.
Yeah.
I mean, the Ryder Cup would probably like a word and a few other events. So, again, the whole thing is just this meaningless, trivial power play that has its roots in populism. If I say something over and over again, who does this remind you of, guys? If I say something over and over again, even though I know it to be false, eventually I'll convince myself and loads of other people that it's true, and everyone will just buy in. It is unbelievably trite, and I am done with it.
And breathe.
Breathe. You all right?
You good? Do you feel better?
No.
No.
Oh, well.
So let's just suppose there is a 5th major.
Yeah, right.
Right, let's just play devil's advocate a
Oh, my
little bit
goodness
longer.
me. Go on.
You guys can do some talking. Let me
Get your breath
get
back.
my breath back and just settle myself. Let's say you had to have a 5th major.
Oh, yeah.
Is it the Players' Championship, James? And if not, what is it and where is it?
It is not the Players' Championship. I think if you're going to have a 5th major, you need to stretch it from just being in America, and it needs to go global. In my opinion, you mentioned the Australian Open earlier, and I think that's been around for over 120 years. For me, when you looked at, obviously, the Australian Open, the crowds are great because I feel like Australia is a star of like golf there. You can see what happened when Liv took it there. It went.
I mean, this week,
it went
Liv Adelaide's
nuts.
going to be incredible.
It's going to be nuts. And I just think if you're wanting to grow the game and showcase golf like in a different corner of the map, then I feel like Australia has to be in consideration if you're going to do anything. And I think a 5th major there in Melbourne would be insane.
In January or December as well.
exactly.
Like possibly
That's the
extend the
thing.
season.
Yeah,
Look at how
exactly.
tennis's Grand Slam season is from January to September, I think it is.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, so I think if you were to have and hold a major event and for it to be in Australia, I just think you cannot go wrong because the footfall would be amazing, the coverage would be amazing, and the Aussies would get behind it.
Royal Melbourne.
Yeah,
Kingston
exactly.
Heath.
So yeah, for me, I think the Australian Open would be a no-brainer for a 5th.
But we're agreed
5th
we're not
major.
doing it.
But we're not.
Hypothetically,
Doing it.
though, yeah.
Well, the same question to you.
Something's wrong with me because I'm agreeing with James on every single point here. Yeah, it doesn't even talk about Australian Open. We don't even need to hijack another event and like
Yeah.
turn that into a major. Like, why don't we just, if you did want a 5th major, which I don't think you need, to be honest, but if you're going to have that, just like make another event there. Like, you know, when the Masters started, it's not like the Masters started off as not being like a big event. Do you know what I mean? Like, so this is where, like, if we were to say from this year the Australian Open is a major, then are we like crowning other people as major champions from the last like however many
And
Australian
to me, that's why
Open
it should
winners?
never happen.
Yeah.
Just
we all know what
completely.
the established order of men's golf is.
Yeah.
That's enough.
It's
That's
been
good
that way
enough.
for a long time. I know
Other
it
events
changed
can
like
be other
a long
events.
time
They can
ago.
still be great. They can still be important. They can still be significant. They can still be compelling, entertaining, and so on. They don't need to be called majors to be good.
Yeah.
And the
Exactly.
players is just on this monumental ego trip. It's so
Yeah, they're just
so
reaching.
tiring.
Yeah.
It really is. Oh. Do you know how I think we stop this discussion
Right, go
once
on.
and for all?
Yeah.
We make an agreement right now that in order to even be eligible for, let's call it like parole, to be
Right,
eligible
okay.
for major status, you need to have been around for a minimum of 100 years.
Okay, I like that.
Come
Yep.
back to us in 2074 PGA Tour. We'll see you then. I'll be 90. I won't give a toss.
Don't care.
I won't care one
Done with it.
bit.
Yeah.
But I'll still make all these same points. Oh,
Yeah, I like that.
what are we doing?
I don't know.
What are we doing?
But-
It's nonsense.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm kind of interested to hear your take though. Like, where would you place a 5th major if there
Gun
was?
to my head.
Yeah.
Absolutely Australia.
Yeah.
Absolutely Australia. You know, America doesn't need or deserve another major championship. Frankly, I think they've got one too many at this moment in time. As I've said, the PGA should be touring the world. There's PGAs in every corner of the globe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. This is the thing.
If
Share,
any of
share
them,
the love.
if any of them is in a position to move and go in rotation and, you know, look out its passport, then again, it's America, might not have one. But if any of them is able to do it without much difficulty, you would say that's the one. But I get it. The PGA of America, that's their event.
Thing is,
Fine.
though, like we're gonna.
You can't move the US Open. You could move the Open. It is the Open.
Yeah, true.
This is going to stun some people listening in from overseas, but it's not the British Open. Oh, that's a whole other discussion
Yeah,
for
let's
another
not
day.
open Pandora's box today.
Oh, no, it's not. Can of worms.
Yes.
But yeah, it's just, it's not necessary. Gun to my head, Australian Open. But even then, I think I'd probably take the bullet.
Oh right, God,
Oh,
no need for that.
We'll see.
Yeah. Okay.
God, was just strictly that bad?
This whole section's been like a passive.
Yeah,
really,
that's
hasn't
been
it?
tough.
Oh, man. Should we talk about something much less controversial? Patrick Reed.
Oh, go on.
Listen, just a couple of minutes on Patrick because we've spoken about him an awful lot in recent episodes, but we can't ignore another impressive win at Qatar. He's gone first, second, only by virtue of a playoff,
Yep.
and first again in his last 3 weeks. He's virtually assured now of his PGA Tour card for next year. For those of you who aren't keeping up with the standings on the race to Dubai at this moment in time, he has more points than got the 10th card in each of the last 2 seasons via the race to Dubai. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah,
Yes.
that makes sense.
So the person who finished in 10th place to graduate, in inverted commas, to the PGA Tour had fewer points at the end of the season than Patrick Reed has now.
Yes.
So he is in.
And it's the 9th of February.
It's the 9th of February.
That's mental.
It's crazy.
And it's hugely impressive.
It's very impressive.
Then I think the conversation is going to have to move on to, well, race to Dubai. Is he going to win it? You know, and if you're Rory McIlroy right now, James, are you worried?
I would be concerned. I would definitely be concerned. Roy McIlroy currently is sitting 30th in the rankings, 269.2 points, whilst Patrick...
Is that a lot?
No, it's not a lot compared to Patrick Reed, who is pretty much 10 times that at 2,259 points. So if I'm Rory McIlroy and I'm looking at that, I'm thinking, oh, shit. Like,
Now, for context, Rory won the race to Dubai. Well, he's won it the last 4 years, but last year he won it with 5,975 points. Patrick is more than a third of the way towards Rory's winning haul last year. And like you said, Lewis,
Yeah.
it is the 9th of February.
Yep.
So, box seat currently occupied
You'd say so.
by the 2018 Masters champion.
yep, I would say so.
How would you feel if you were Rory?
If I really wanted to win the race to Dubai again, then I'd be concerned. Yeah.
You say that like there's a doubt.
I mean,
Of course, Rory.
Yeah,
if he
of
wins
course
it this year, he's equalled Monty's record of 8.
Yeah, of course he does. He also wants to win majors and everything else. There's plenty of time yet. Like, if he goes and people maybe forget, like, DP World Tour rankings, the majors count towards that. So if Rory has a good year in those, then he could catch Patrick up. But if Patrick Reed keeps playing every single DP World Tour event and no one beats him over 72 holes in all of those,
I think
then
that's
he's
the
going
point.
to...
When's
Yeah.
he next going to play? Because
Yeah,
I feel
I
like
don't
he'll
know.
play a
Yeah.
regular
That's a
event
good shout.
sooner than Rory will.
Yes, and play more of them through the season, it feels like, because
Most likely.
he doesn't have any other tours that he's going to play on unless he plays, like, Asian Tour at any point. So, yeah, that's a good point. If Patrick Reed wants to win it, then he probably will at this rate. He's clipping them off at a fair speed. It's impressive.
And James, if you're Guy Kinnings, the CEO of the DP World Tour, you are loving life right now, are you not?
Oh, 100%. I'm as a spectator as well, and a golf nut. I think it's one of the best things that's happened to the DP World Tour. I think, yes, Patrick Reed, you can say, like what we said before, you can say what you like about him, but everyone needs a little bit of a villain. And I think with Patrick Reed and McIlroy's kind of history as well, I think this is just you're rubbing your hands together. You're like, this is going to be great, and I reckon it will come right down to the wire, and it will be a battle between Reed and McIlroy the whole way. The thing is, yes, Patrick Reed is playing incredibly well. Maybe not in like a massively stacked field in comparison to what you get on some of the PGA Tour events, especially obviously in Phoenix. But I think what you can expect is if Patrick Reed is playing like this in the majors as well, and Rory doesn't necessarily bring his A game, then Patrick Reed is going to walk away winning the race to Dubai. And I think he could do it. And if I'm McIlroy, I'm absolutely bricking it.
The funny thing for me is that I feel really invested in an order of merit race that I've never, ever been in my life before.
That's a good
I
point.
think the only other time I was actually bothered about who won an order of merit was 2005 when it came down to Monty versus Michael Campbell in the final event of the season, the old Volvo Masters. And it was incredibly close then. Monty, of course, just edged it. Funnily enough, Scots won all 3 European Order of Merits that year, the European Tour, Challenge Tour and Senior Tour.
Wow, that's a good nugget, that.
Oh, you never forget, Lewis.
The treble.
Who were the other
Mark
two?
Warren and Sam Torrance.
Ah, excellent. Thought I might catch you out there,
No.
but no.
No.
Well done. Brilliant.
I've been revising,
Yes.
as you can tell.
Okay,
It's almost
yeah.
like there was a pub quiz. at the weekend.
Unfortunately, that's not in today's Golf Tenable at the end of this episode. That would have been a good
Oh,
one.
I
wouldn't
hope
it?
for your sake you've not made any mistakes.
Yeah, I
'Cause
hope so too.
I'm spoiling for a fight, Lewis. But yeah, I feel really invested in an Order of Merit race,
Yeah, me
and
too.
it's early February.
Yeah.
I can't ever remember caring one bit about who wins the FedEx Cup.
Yeah.
The race to Dubai, it's always interesting to see who wins these things. Now it's like a proper title fight,
Yeah,
We're in it.
brilliant.
Yeah, it's great.
sounding like a Rangers fan. So yeah,
Oh, dear.
interesting weeks and months ahead on the DP World Tour. Right, before the break, it's asked and answered time. Oh, I like this one. I like this one a lot. If the answer is a 30-foot mine shaft, what is the question? Gentlemen, have a little think. Some of the answers that I got over the weekend on social media. Frequent contributor to the show, MB Rabs. Where would Rory like to put Patrick Reed?
That's fair.
I dare say. Craig Meikle, where can Lee Westwood be found after the last few days on X? You know what? I know what you're saying, Craig. Lee and Ian Poulter had quite a lot to say about
Yeah, they did.
everything,
Right, okay.
about the state of the world. We'll talk about one of those things in part 2, but you know what, Craig? I think Lee's a big lad. He'll stand up for himself. He doesn't need a mine shaft to hide in. And Alan Fairweather, where is there no chance of me actually losing a ball? Now, I'd have thought that there's a pretty high chance of losing a ball.
Yeah.
It's quite down.
How are you finding a ball in there?
Start down there. You got a torch.
Yeah, where's there no chance of me actually losing a ball? So either way, it
He's
doesn't make
certain that he
sense.
would find it in there.
He's either certain that he wouldn't put the ball in there in the first place,
Maybe.
which is okay.
Get back
confident,
to us on this
which
one.
is confident.
Yeah.
But then thinks that he wouldn't lose it when down there, even though it's probably the darkest place on earth.
Yeah. And a mine shaft suggests that when you get to the bottom, you're going to be going lots of different directions, potentially.
Alan, that might just be the most confident response to any question we've ever posed.
That's really
if I'm
bold.
reading it right, but fair play. Listen,
Either-
good for you.
yeah.
Either-
Starting the season, positive attitude. I like it.
Either that, or it's one of those that sounded really good in my head before I wrote
Well,
it down.
speaking of which, James, what is your suggestion?
How big does the hole need to be for Brooks Koepka to hole a putt?
Oh, it's not going well for Brooks at the moment.
It's
is
not, and he switched to the Spider as well, and he still finished pretty much dead last in putting. Yeah, it's a tough one.
He
for
nearly
old
made the
Brooksy.
cut at Phoenix, didn't he? And then 3-putted the last green
Yeah,
to
he-
miss it.
Nearly.
Yeah.
Nearly.
He did, but he.
If your auntie had. And all that.
yeah,
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
sure Brooks is familiar with that phrase.
If your
yeah,
granny had wheels, she'd be a bike.
Aye, that one.
yeah,
Yeah.
all that one. But yeah, no, it's still not looking great for him. But
No.
fingers crossed he can,
been the
he
story
can
of,
figure
the
it
story of
out.
this past few
Yeah,
months, really,
it's
hasn't
not
it?
been
Yep.
good.
Yeah.
Is
Yes, how about
it
you?
the average location of my opening tee shot after my best warm-up session ever? Honestly, the amount of times, and I'm sure there's people listening who will appreciate this, when you have a really good range session and you go to the first tee and then like snap hook it 80 yards off the fairway and lose your ball. Like, why does that happen? Does that happen to like yous when
No.
you're practicing before a round and you think, I'm going to absolutely fly round here, course record, and then it's a disaster?
I just
James?
don't miss fairways.
Oh, right, okay. That's handy. Yeah,
Um,
I should try that.
I mean, it's hard to miss a fairway when you don't step on the tee box. I
James flies it over the ball.
Yeah, well, this is true.
I just
yeah.
go OB
OB.
over the
Fly
green.
it, OB.
Just fly it over the green into the CAC. No, I do know what you mean. You can be the best golfer on the range and go onto the course and it can just all.
I do wonder
Go
if this
to-
is like
to
a
pot.
sensation in other sports, like in tennis when they're warming up and just hitting ace after ace, and then it
then
gets
double
to the
fault.
first point and they double fault. Like, does that happen? Probably not. It's probably just me.
No.
Maybe everyone's just listening to this thinking I'm mental.
I do know what
the
you're
first time.
saying though, because there's been a bunch of times where like you're following like a pro in the pro am or something like that, or in the practice round, and you're like, who is this guy? This guy's ball striking is amazing. He's sticking everything to like 5 feet every single time, and he drives the ball well. And then you can see the name on the caddy's bib, and you're like, oh, look out for him. It's like 10 over the next
Yeah.
day and missing the cut, and you're in your head, you're just like,
How do
how?
you manage that?
I've just watched like an absolute stripe show and an unbelievable performance.
I'm
and he's
guessing that's
missing
not
cut.
the answer
No.
to the question. No, okay. Yeah,
No,
get that back on track there.
the answer, of course, there was, a 30-foot mine shaft. What is the question?
Oh, God, the
Is it-
question. Yeah.
Is it where should we put that YouTube ball bag Jack Doherty?
Oh, God, yeah.
Did you
So I'd
see
never,
that?
I'd never
Yeah.
heard of this guy before.
So for those unfamiliar, Jack Doherty. By the way, there's also a Jack Doherty who's a Scottish golfer that played on tour for a while.
Not
So
that
it's not that Jack. It's this other Jack, this young lad who is a YouTuber. Go you. And he does these controversial stunts, these really immature things. And he'll, like, one example was he has a big security guard that follows him everywhere, and he aggressively threw his shoulder into a boxer.
Right.
When he saw him in the street, and the guy turned around to square up to him, he immediately hides behind his bouncer, and it's lame.
It's pathetic.
Lowest
Jack,
of the low
Jack
stuff.
Doherty wants the players to be a major, but he showed up at Scottsdale on Friday for the Waste Management Phoenix Open, and of course he streamed himself and paid a fellow spectator $100 to heckle Mackenzie Hughes. So
God, I
Mackenzie
did
Hughes
see
is in a
this,
bunker, and fortunately it was his practice swing, but he pays this guy $100 to yell out jackass, which the guy does, hands over the cash. Fortunately, Jack Doherty then gets ejected, and in the footage, which of course he's shared and fully documented, you can hear a PGA Tour official telling him that he's now banned for life from any future PGA Tour event, can't come to any of them. If he does, he's been given a trespass warning, and I think the next stage is an arrest, however way it works in the States. But yeah, this kid then, broccoli haircut, you know the type, goes on social media to complain about how soft everybody is, and you guys are acting like I murdered someone. Grow up, you're the softest generation ever. Like, oh, Jack,
You should
Jack,
get a mirror, mate.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, Jack. So I actually don't think 30 feet's enough. 300 feet.
Yeah,
might
300
Yeah,
is
yeah,
probably
better
better.
for them.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Just
So
so stupid,
just
isn't
that's
it?
that generation. I
Uh-huh.
just can't be doing with it.
There's a phrase that I would use for someone like that.
Oh, get the beep ready.
Yeah.
You ready?
Producer.
Mhm.
Shy bag.
Absolutely spot on. Anyway, none of those are the correct questions. We will reveal that, and we'll get into the whole Live World Rankings debate, because why not, in the second part of this week's Bunkered podcast, coming up right after this.
Do you want an easy way to book tea times in Spain, Portugal and Italy? If yes, then OnTea is your answer. OnTea.com is a reliable and easy-to-use site for tea time bookings. There are 3 reasons why you should use OnTea. 1. You can cancel your tea time up to 48 hours before teeing off, free of charge. 2. You have the payment option Book Now, Pay Later available. 3. OnTea guarantees the lowest online price. Go to OnTea.com today and discover 1,000 bookable courses. Use the code BUNKERED26 during checkout to get a discount on your purchase, valid throughout 2026.
Welcome back, part 2 of this week's Bunkered podcast. Michael, James and Lewis all here with you. So before the break, for Asked and Answered, if the answer is a 30-foot mineshaft, what is the question? The question is, what opened up on Perranporth Golf Course last week? Gents, this was quite something.
I saw this. I
something.
couldn't believe it. It was
Wild,
mental,
isn't it?
yeah.
So full details, you can get this on the Bunkered website, but basically Perranporth Golf Club down in Cornwall, which by the way, it looks incredible. I'm going to be playing there in April. Quite excited.
Oh, nice.
And it's been battered by extremely heavy rainfall recent weeks, and that caused a 6.5 foot wide hole to emerge.
Wow.
It's believed to have been a ventilation shaft leading to a maze of old mining tunnels. And it's been cordoned off until the appropriate works have been carried out. A post on a local Facebook page has warned golfers, locals and dog walkers to be aware of the damage.
Thank God no one was walking over that.
Yeah, it was wild.
It's like a proper sinkhole, isn't it? Imagine just slipping down an old ventilation shaft.
I would still miss.
If you're
Guaranteed.
trying
Still
to
missing.
fall into it. So it's funny. If you go on our website and find this story, I don't even need to tell you how to find it, because you will see the image very different from, pictures of Patrick Reed or Phil Mickelson or whoever else.
Yeah.
It is pretty apparent which story we're talking about here. I don't think I've seen
Something
that
else, isn't it?
before in a golf course.
Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, greenkeepers have it hard enough as it is. Never mind having that appearing
I've
one
seen
morning.
footage like online. You see these things of floods or pavements that just suddenly give way and these people fall
Sinkholes.
through.
Sinkholes,
Yeah, that's it.
Uh-huh.
But you don't see too many of them in golf courses.
No.
At least as far as
It's
I know.
also so obviously because of the nature of what it is. It's so square.
Yeah.
Like it's not like a sinkhole
Yeah,
where
I can
it's
see it on
all
your screen, it's
jaggedy.
mental.
Yeah, it's very
It's like perfect.
very perfectly formed. Yeah, very strange thing going on there. Hopefully, no more have developed in the
Yes.
time since that story's
Good
gone
luck to
print.
the Greenies fixing
Yes,
that one.
yeah, best of luck there.
Before we go much further, this week is new issue week for Bunkered. So the latest edition is, by the time you listen to this, it'll be out. On the cover is Lewis's friend, maybe, not sure.
Why
what the
did you
status
hesitate
is.
there?
Has he followed you back?
No.
Then that's why I hesitated. Rasmus Neergaard Peterson on the front cover of the magazine. He's giving us his 13 steps to play your best golf in 2026. Absolutely unmissable. Go and check it out. Read it. Pay attention to it. Put the advice into action. You will be a better golfer come the end of this year. I absolutely guarantee it. So the best way to get the magazine, you could go into newsagents and all that stuff, or supermarkets, whatever. Just take out a subscription. Go to bunker.co.uk/subscription, and then you won't need to go to the supermarket and fend off people who are fighting you for that last copy. Instead, it'll be delivered direct to your door, and it works out cheaper. So bunker.co.uk/subscription, or rather /sub offer. Whoops. James, talk to me about the best drivers video, because this is the single biggest bit of content we've done so far this year. It went live on Friday. You two chaps are in it. Why should people watch?
Because we have tested the best drivers that have come out in 2026. There will be a handful of drivers which will be in there, which you've seen in the best drivers of 2025, because they're on a 2-year cycle. However, we've broken it down into bite-sized kind of sections, from best looks to which is the longest, most forgiving, straightest, to make it easy for you guys at home to basically kind of digest and make the decision for yourself which drivers you're going to go out and try this year and potentially put in play and into your bag.
No spoilers, but you both did come to an agreement pretty much.
We're agreeing far too much recently. This is not good. Something's wrong.
Yeah, I don't like it. I'm not going to lie.
No.
It feels weird. But no, at the end, we choose our top 3 drivers, which have obviously performed the best for us. Obviously, that's based on obviously how we play and how we hit the ball. Everyone's going to be slightly different, but there is a full breakdown of the numbers for each driver that we have tested as well, so you can kind of make a decision for yourself. But the ones that we kind of came to an agreement on are right there at the end. So
Yeah. So I'm not going to spoil this so that people do still go and watch. But I've had quite a few messages like over the weekend about this. Like, really?
I saw
because
some of them.
Yeah, not those ones. Saying, see, seriously, for a 4, and he only swings, he only hits it. What? You joking?
The guy that said that he thought that you were all 15.
I know.
Yeah, come on.
I was howling.
Amazing.
Like, we should start like a other channel, like golf YouTubers do this, where people who comment like mean things then come onto the channel and play against that person.
By
Should
the
do
way,
this.
yeah, absolutely.
I'm up for that. If DC Thomson want to like fund that and send us to.
I'm not even kidding. Making this decision right now.
Yeah,
putting
go on.
the old head of content hat.
Yeah, do it.
If you were the person.
Oh no, what have I done?
Genuinely, if you were
Right.
the person that called out Lewis and said he looks like a 15 handicapper and you want to take him on, let's make that happen.
Yeah, I'm up for it.
Get in touch.
Just say what your handicap is
Letters
first.
at bunker.co.uk. Let's make this happen.
Yeah.
Bring your mate. We'll make it tour scramble. Me and Lewis will take you on and
well,
absolutely batter you.
Oof.
Nah,
Fight.
what we can do, like straight up match play, stroke play, whatever. Go to a golf course in the
I'll carry
in the
for
UK.
you. I'll carry for you.
No,
I'm
then
genuinely not kidding. If you're that person, please
tough.
get in touch. We'd love to know details. Look, the video is amazing, guys.
What I was going to say, on like
Sorry,
a sort of
I've hijacked you.
semi-serious point. No, you're fine. I've only got myself to blame on that. Yeah, so when we do these videos, like our producer Dex, some people remember him, he was filming this one, and we have this sort of running joke about, oh, I wonder what this driver is going to do. Probably the same as all the others, because I hit all of them exactly the same distance, and they all go for straight. There was one that went, you'll see it in the video, around 8 yards on average further, longer than the rest of them.
Oof.
Which is not insignificant.
No.
So that really did take me by surprise. And
Yeah.
not many things like take me.
Yeah.
I can be quite cynical at times when it comes to these things. But this, I
never
walked away
noticed.
from that and was like, wow, that is a big jump.
Yeah,
So,
I think to put it into context as well is Lewis probably swings the golf club pretty much the average swing speed for any golfer as well. So for him to see a jump in distance and ball speed as well, is quite significant. So yeah, make sure you tune in and give it a watch, because you won't be
is
disappointed.
brilliant. It's a great video. You guys always do a brilliant job with it. This time around, I think it's the best one you've done yet. It's so much fun to watch. So yeah, go and check it out. youtube.com/bunkered. Whether you're in the market for a new driver or not, it's always good to just know what is happening in the equipment world. You're going to be seeing all these drivers on tour if you haven't already yet this year. So it makes sense to know a little bit about them, if nothing else. So well done, chaps. Right, I want to get through this one fairly quickly because it's slightly old news.
Yeah.
But Liv, last week, again, shortly after we recorded the podcast, this is becoming a recurring theme. Honestly, I swear to God, I'll be driving home tonight and an alert will go off saying the Players is now a 5th major championship. But
Bloody
Liv,
hope not.
oh,
Liv
God.
has now got world ranking points. It had its season opening event in Riyadh last week. The winner of that, Elvis Smiley. Brilliant name.
Unbelievable
No
name.
notes. Brilliant name.
One of the best names going in golf at the moment.
He got the most world ranking points on offer, obviously, as the winner, and has made a significant jump up the OWGR. Thing is, the points are limited to the top 10 players on the leaderboard, and that is why Liv may now have ranking points, but still isn't happy. James,
Michael.
should they just be grateful for what they got, or do they have a point?
I think they should just be grateful for what they've got. There's only 60 odd of them in the field, right? So I think if you're going to give the top 10 places ranking points, in theory, week in, week out, you're giving the points to the guys who are in form playing the best golf. And I think over time, the guys who finish at the end of the year in the top 10 in the rankings are the ones that deserve to get the ranking points. I think if you're Okay, there's maybe a kind of argument if you are finishing in 11th or 12th, and maybe just outside that by a shot. But I think, I think they should be happy with what they've got, especially the top 10 places, because they're not. With all due respect to Liv, okay, there's a handful of guys who are world class in there. We all know that. They're the guys who are always going to rise to the top. It's just the way it is. You can kind of see it. The guys who are kind of past it are always going to fall maybe just a little bit short. Their kind of days are numbered. Let's be honest. They're over at Liv. They're on their way out potentially, and it's just a good payday for them. Fair enough. That's what you want to do. But the guys who are wanting to compete and play at the top level are the guys who are going to be either winning the tournaments, finishing in the kind of top 5, top 10. So I think it's fair for what they're getting, in my opinion.
Okay. Lewis, would you agree?
To an extent, like, I think it's great for them that they've got world ranking points. And you look at Elvis Smiley, like, he's gone from 134th to 77th in the world rankings with his win. He actually got more points than what Patrick Reed got for his win at the weekend. So that is not insignificant. But I just don't get the reasoning behind, like, the top 10. For me, you know, someone like Taylor Gooch has just finished outside the top 10 in Riyadh and gets no points for that, which seems slightly unfair to me in that if he was to finish 11th or 20th or 30th on the DP World Tour or Asian Tour, PGA Tour, he's going to get a reasonable amount of world ranking points for
There's
that.
a big difference, though.
Go on.
There's a cut.
Yeah,
And
there
those
is a
events you're
cut.
talking about, the PGA Tour, DP World Tour, for the most part,
Well,
And
for the most part,
don't
yeah.
get me wrong, I know there are exceptions, and I hear you. I can hear the people in their car or their shower, wherever you want to listen. I can hear you right now saying Hero World Challenge. And by the way, with you, I think it's a joke that they get world ranking points. But for the most part, it's events where there are cuts that you get ranking points. Making a cut is its own kind of success. So that surely merits some kind of reward.
Yeah,
getting
it does.
points.
Yeah.
Liv doesn't have that. So you could meander your way through the week, stinking up the joint, 80 plus for 4 rounds, but you shouldn't be getting points for that.
No, I'm not saying. Doesn't mean that you should get 0 points. Like, if you just get a tiny amount of points and then work your way up through the field, it seems unfair to me that someone who's finishing just outside the top 10 is getting nothing.
So where do you draw
compared
the
to
line? Because it's funny, I did hear this argument over the weekend, and it made me think. You know, people saying, well, if you finish 11th, you deserve something. That's fine. So if you make it 15th, I'm pretty sure people would say, but if you finish 16th, that's still pretty good going. Or if you make it 20th, I could hear people going, but 21st isn't that bad on this tour.
Yeah.
So where are we drawing the line? I mean, I think no matter what the OWGR did, there was going to be some kind of complaint here, unless they gave them all points, in which case they've been criticised by the other side.
Yeah, I get
Totally no-win position.
I do think, it is a no-win position. I completely get that. But for me, someone who's... So again, I'm looking at results here, like Mike Turup, who I do not know. He's finished... he'd made the cut in the DP World Tour last week, finished last. And he's got 0.2 such and such points from the OWGR for that ranking. That's taken him from 1,402nd to 1,341st. So
he finished last of the players who made the cut.
Yes,
Right.
exactly. So he's getting
That's
a tiny...
fine by me, though. It's like you've had an achievement that week. You've made the cut.
Yeah.
It's not anything that anyone wants to be known for, but it's still, in and of itself, an achievement. You deserve something.
Yeah.
0.2 points seems about right.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're finishing right at the bottom of a live leaderboard, for me, like, a tiny amount of points to me seems...
See, that's where I disagree, because you haven't achieved anything. You haven't had to battle to make a cut. You haven't finished in the top half. You are last.
Yeah.
Of everyone who pegged it up that week, you're dead last. You could shoot feasibly 90 odd, 4 rounds in a row. Now, any other week you're not making the cut, you're getting no points. That's the way it should be. But everyone in Liv should get... No, I don't know.
No.
But the trouble for me is, where do you draw the line?
Yeah.
Should it be a straight, the top half only?
Well, this is it. Like,
hard to say.
Where do you? Because I think top 10 is... If you're going to give this tour points, then top 10 to me seems harsh, because you've got someone who has played very well to finish 11th in, like James says, a field with really good players, and they're not getting rewarded for it, where someone is 10th does. Now, I get that that's like the binary kind of aspect of it. It's the same DP World Tour. If they're missing the cut, then they're getting nothing. But it just seems... The whole situation is just messy, isn't it? Like, you go round and...
I mean, I know I said that the OWGR are in a no-win position. I actually think they've done as well with this as they could possibly have done. Because, like I said, if they give Liv everything they wanted, which was points for all 50-odd players, 57, whatever it is now, then the PGA Tour is going to moan, and the fans of the PGA Tour will moan. If you give them nothing, fans of Liv and Liv people will continue to moan. Instead, they found this really funny middle ground where everyone's a little bit upset.
True.
But what they've managed to do is say, hang on, you're now getting some points. So they've taken away the whole, to whatever extent, they've taken away the whole, the OWGR is no longer credible because it doesn't recognise Liv players. It said, actually, no, we do.
Yeah.
So they're winning back some of their credibility a little bit.
Yeah.
That's about as good as I think they could have done from this whole mess.
What I
Yeah.
do think is interesting is the point touched on there about like the number of points that someone who wins on Liv is getting. Because we sat here and speaking about like strength of field calculations, which is something way over my head. And we were worried that, not worried, but thought that people on Liv who win an event, if they were getting points, would get so little because all the rankings have dropped so far. But that's not really the case. Like if you're getting more points for winning a Liv event than what you do for winning DP World Tour, like that is significant. Like Elvis Smiley's ranked 77th. He goes and wins this week in Adelaide, then he's going to be close to like top 50, getting
Then
a
he's in the
Masters.
majors.
Majors.
Yeah.
So it makes making the jump there so much more appealing. You're looking at someone who, if you do have like ambitions of getting into major championships, and you're thinking, well, I could go to the Corn Ferry Tour, not get many points there, or go in the DP World Tour, and if I'm not winning, I'm not getting as many points.
James, I can see you're itching to come on.
Go on.
No, I just think it's really interesting because I hear what you're saying, Lewis, and you could get a streak like Joachim Neiman could go on and win, what was it, like 5 times or something like
good
that,
point.
and then all of a sudden he's going to be right in the mix and probably top 20, like close to, if he does something like that, maybe even further. I think what this element does is I feel like it gives Liv and the players a little bit more to kind of like fight for. Instead of just on the week in, week out, it's like rocking up, payday, no matter where you finish. It feels like it's given the players a little bit more to get their teeth
It's a
into
hard
little
look
bit.
for the Liv's just exhibition golf crowd,
Yeah,
isn't it?
because-
clearly it's not. It's now competitive.
Yeah.
There's something to it, like you say.
Because I'm looking at Bryson DeChambeau, for example, who, you know, if you love him or hate him, he's good for the game. But like he's finished tied 17th, minus 14, and you're like, oh, he's finished outside the top 10. He's not getting points. And it's like, oh, that shouldn't really happen. But at the end of the day, he has to go away, reevaluate, and then make sure he's on his A game so he gets back into that kind of top 10 spot. I think it's more than fair than for what they've got, and I think the OWGR have done a good job with it. In my
I would
opinion.
agree. I think let's summarize. They've made a decision. Good, because this has been going on far too long.
Yeah,
It's maybe not what Liv wanted, but it's a start, and there's the promise of more to come depending on what future accommodations and changes they make to the tour structure, whether that's more places available through promotion, more places to relegation, making it more of the open shop that it's been accused of not being. So this is a good start.
Yeah.
This is a step in the right direction for golf.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
Yep.
It was never going to be perfect straight away. You can argue whether it is or isn't. There was always going to be some gnashing of teeth. We're at that point just now. I tell you, I will take gnashing of teeth over people throttling each other all day, every day.
That's an improvement, yeah. Look, at the end of the day, like OWGR is about trying to rank who the best golfers in the world are, and it's silly if you're looking at someone like who's only playing on Liv but then does really well in the majors alongside everyone else if they're ranked 800th in the world or wherever. So if this goes any way to kind of stopping that problem, then it's got to be a good
You
thing.
can't have Joaquin Neiman win 4 or 5 times last season against many of the best golfers in the world and him get nothing for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely mental. So, no, progress, which is good.
Good.
So, Podder of Merit time then, gentlemen.
Go on.
Speaking of progress.
Yeah.
Last week, Waste Management Phoenix Open. First of all, I'd like to say congratulations to Lewis on picking a player who didn't get disqualified. The most sarcastic round of applause there, James.
Yeah.
I love
Unbelievable.
that.
Thank you
I
very
love
Unbelievable.
that.
You're welcome. Well, I'll shake your hand as well.
Yeah.
That's
Thank
Oh,
you.
look
That's
at
great.
that. Even better. So I had the honour. I picked Xander Schauffele. really low-key week. Xander needs to find something, I think.
Struggled, didn't he?
Yeah, he finished in a tie for 41st. Lewis, you went for Jordan Spieth for reasons best known only to you. Jordan, I mean, speaking of Xander needing to find something, geez, Jordan Spieth. I feel like we should do a whole podcast on Jordan in the next few weeks.
I thought this was the week, man. Thought this was the week, but it's not the week.
It's almost 10 years on from that collapse at Augusta where Danny Willett profited, and he's just never been the same since. Yeah, he won the Open. Things haven't gone.
I would love to see his
Jordan
psychiatrist notes. I would love to see
how many volumes do they run to. But no, a miscut, a weekend off for Jordan in Phoenix. That is 0 points for you, Lewis. But the 2 points go to Mr. James Tate for having an inspired pick of Maverick McNeely, finishing the tie for 13th. Listen, he had a bit of a wobble in the middle of his final round yesterday, but he came through for you in the end.
Yeah, to be honest, I was kind of like, I was looking at the names, and I was like, well, I know Jordan's missed a cut, and I was like, where's Xander? And I was like, please. To be fair, Xander had a very good final round.
Yeah.
And then Maverick just looks like he was hitting good shots, but he was just undoing himself with a few as well. And I was like, oh, for goodness sake. But luckily he managed to hold on. But he played well in the end, which was good enough for the 2 points. So we'll take it.
So, as it stands, James, you have now leapfrogged Lewis at the foot of the standings.
Relegation battle. It's not good.
Should you get points for that? Lewis, you are...
Very good.
Lewis, you're on 5 points. James, you have jumped onto 6. And the 1 point that I got from Mr. Schofley puts me on to 9. Remember, it is the first to 15 points that wins it. This week, it's the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am. James, you get the honour. Then me, Lewis, familiar place for you.
Yes,
so,
good
James, who are you picking for this week and why, please?
Siwoo Kim.
Oh, by the way... Oh, I like that shout.
Great shout.
Classic. Nearly won last week, but didn't, so he's going to win
Well,
this
It's
week.
the James Tate maths.
It's not only that. Since the beginning of the season at Sony, he's been tied 11th, tied 6th, tied 2nd, tied 3rd.
Yeah.
He's, as we hate using this word,
Uh-oh.
The big T.
the big T.
The big T.
So that is my pick, and he's going to win.
Okay.
Nice.
Decent shout. I am going to go a little bit left field with this.
Oh, go on.
I'm going to pick Tommy Fleetwood.
Is that left field?
I think so. Because
Right, why is that left
finished last
field?
year so strongly.
He's been kind of struggling so
But
far
he's-
this year.
I mean, we're into almost middle of February, and I don't really feel like we've seen a huge amount of Tommy. Fair enough, he was in Dubai, wasn't he? But am I right in saying this is his first PGA Tour
Yeah, I was
start
going to say,
for
I
the year?
haven't seen much of him
So-
yet.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's...
Is it the Lululemon that's letting him down?
Maybe.
I don't know why I'm picking him, to be totally honest, but when I was looking at the entry list, his name jumped off. Chris Gotterup, obviously tempted to go for back-to-back weeks after his win in Phoenix and former Scottish Open, or current Scottish Open champion. But no, I feel like Tommy's going to... His season is going to be kick-started this week.
Okay.
Excellent.
Tied
Good.
22nd last year at Pebble Beach.
See, I knew there was a reason.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Lewis, who's missing the cut or getting DQ'd this week?
Scotty Scheffler is doing either of those things. Look,
You're
the-
using all your major...
I need to check
Yes.
this.
have I picked him?
You
What
go ahead,
happens here?
make the
Yeah,
case.
no.
but
You've used
Well, I
McIlroy.
mean, the
I
case
don't
is pretty obvious. Like, I'm losing here, and I need to just start picking good golfers and not put too much thought
got a
into it.
lot of
He's
big
very
events
good.
coming up.
I know.
Yeah, I know, but
Not
that's
just the
not
players,
that's
not
no
just the
good.
Masters.
If I don't start winning points, then that's useless, isn't it?
But you,
Bay
At
Hill.
this rate, you're going to win this series before any of
Yes.
these tournaments start. So I need to start getting points on the board ASAP.
I am just checking.
It's quite interesting,
Have you
actually,
picked
on the topic of Scotty Scheffler. At one point in that first round, he was looking like he was
You're
going to miss the cut.
Yeah, he was not playing well, and then he
Shot
nearly
two
got into a
over
playoff.
and then almost won the
Oh.
tournament.
No.
Oh no.
You chose him already in this.
I've already picked Tommy Fleetwood. I picked
Ah,
the DP Tour Championship.
Oh, yep.
Right, we'll let you have
So-
a mulligan. Go on.
Oh. I noticed it before we moved on.
You said,
so-
Yeah, it's fine.
You
Yeah,
said
yeah,
got
sorry.
her up. That's probably not a bad shout.
No.
He's playing incredibly well.
I am
Michael can pick, and I'll
Going
get my
to go-
golf Tenable ready.
Hideki Matsuyama.
Good.
He's on form.
James's strategy.
Oh my God.
Nice. Okay, I
Listen.
like it.
I like it. So Scotty Scheffler for you, Lewis.
Yes.
Hideki for me.
Siwoo Kim.
Siwoo Kim. That is Pod of Merit for this week. We will finish up, as we often do now, with a quiz. And Lewis,
Laptop shut.
Go on.
just remember how we started this week's episode.
Yeah, tread carefully. There's
I
no
hope you've
questions
double-checked the
about.
answers.
Yes, I have, and I'm gonna get the list of answers up as well as one of my Word document just to be certain here. But
Because you've
Thought
got
I'd-
recent previous
no,
for getting
recent
answers
previous.
wrong.
Yeah, I know, and I don't want to be incurring your wrath after the Clyde FC debacle at the weekend.
Do you know what was worse?
Go on.
It was a Clyde 1 DJ who did the quiz.
Who was it? Go on.
Say no more.
Oh, nah, come on.
But it was a very prominent
Oh, I
Clyde
know who
1
it was.
DJ.
I know who it was because I think I saw it on your Instagram.
I'm saying no more. Saying no. You're
Was it
wrong.
not?
No.
Right, okay.
Somebody else. Also
All
from
right.
Clyde 1.
Well, that narrows it down again.
So
That's hilarious.
Clyde 1 getting a question about Clyde FC wrong.
Yeah, not good.
Anyhow.
Right, okay.
Anywho.
We'll take that offline. Valentine's Day on Saturday.
That is, by the way, take that offline.
Brilliant.
That is chronic corporate chat.
Yeah, I know.
Let's just
I didn't.
fly this one up the flagpole.
Yeah.
It's blue sky thinking, that's what we need.
This guy.
Let's open water it.
Open. I've never heard that one
Yeah.
before. All right,
Open
okay.
water.
You're clearly high up
Into
in the
space.
corporate food chain than I am to be here in open water.
No comment.
Yeah. Anyway, golf Tenable.
Yep.
As I was saying there, it is Valentine's Day on Saturday. I
What are your
know
plans?
that because going to Hamilton Accies away.
Nice. Romantic, that.
Really romantic, yeah. So it's
Maybe you'll find a keeper there.
it's a big game.
Oh,
Good.
oh, so
nice. Brilliant. Very, very good.
good. Let's hear
Shown
it.
me. Yeah. So in honour of that,
That's amazing.
I thought I would think about just end the show. Oh Jesus. Davis Love III was the captain. Love
Yeah.
was the captain of the USA Ryder Cup team in 2012. Also 2016,
Mm-hmm.
from 2012, famous year.
Medina, yeah.
I want you to name his team for me.
There's more than 10.
Yeah.
What is it, golf 12able now?
Yeah.
Dozenable.
Well, God, I don't know. I mean, we've done. Come on.
Name his team.
Yeah, name his team.
Oh,
That's it.
right.
Simple.
The American team from the 2012 Ryder
Yes.
Cup.
Yeah. Davis Love's.
Tiger Woods,
Yes.
Phil Mickelson,
Yep.
Keegan Bradley, Steve Stricker,
Yes.
Brandt Snedeker, who I'm reliably informed is still in Paul Laurie's back pocket.
What was the score in that game?
5-4, was it?
I think 5-3. maybe
5
it
and
was.
3.
Yeah, it was a thrashing.
Thumping.
Tough one.
Excellent. Yes, going well.
Phil?
We said Phil.
So, yeah,
Phil?
highlight him in my list here.
Furyk.
Yep.
Furyk.
Cooch.
Kuchar.
Fowler, surely.
No.
Oh, I like God.
Life gone.
Too cocky.
2012.
How many have we named?
You've named 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, so it's not Patrick Lead.
Lead? Lead.
Easy for me to say. That was Glen Eagles where he made his debut with all the
Yeah.
shushing.
Spieth?
No, don't say Spieth. That's not an official answer.
no.
That is not an official answer.
I'm saying
You were
that
talking to
I'm
me.
talking to
Right.
you.
Spitballing. Brainstorming.
Spieth is a wrong answer, James.
You were
saying
sending
That's fine.
Spieth
That's
up the
fine.
flagpole and
That's
he's
fine.
been taken straight back down.
That's fine.
Co-pilot says no.
Oh, God.
Right, not Spieth. Oh,
God, that's a long time ago for me.
Tell
I
you
was quite
what.
young.
Hunter Mahan kind
Ooh.
of rings a bell. Because he played Glen Eagles, he played Celtic Manor, and that's the one in between. So,
How many we got so far?
Still 7.
oh, still 7. 5
Still
to go.
7.
Technically
5 to
3
go.
because the game's 10. So
All right, okay.
there was that whole
What about,
American.
was Bubba Watson in
Bubba
that?
Watson for sure. He was a Masters
Bubba Watson,
champion.
yeah, well done.
Great shout.
Correct.
That's 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah,
you've come up
Bubba
with Bubba for the
Watson,
answer.
yeah.
I don't know why. It just Bubba Love.
Bubba Love. Bubba makes 8.
Yes, 4 to go.
Trying to remember where the points came from. Because Tiger conceded to Molinari.
Mm-hmm.
See, this is difficult for me because the greatest Ryder Cup in living memory.
Yeah.
And I slept through it all.
Did you?
I slept through the entirety of Sunday because I'd been running the Berlin Marathon that day, and I
a
was
long way.
sore. Yeah, as James.
It's a long
It's
way.
a
that.
long way. It's
I'll be tired too. If I ran
famously
that.
long.
Yeah.
That's the thing about marathons; they're not short. And I was in a lot of pain, and I decided to get over the pain by drinking a Stein, which is the German way. Thomas
Yes.
Müller was probably leaving you to go straight from the gym to
Yeah.
Eine Stein, please. So I had one of those, 2 paracetamol, 2 ibuprofen. Don't recommend this at
Yeah,
all.
no, do not
And
do
passed
this.
out. I slept right through
That
it.
would do it.
Woke up and checked my phone, and it was messages galore.
Wow.
So it's not like I can rely on memories of this because I don't have
Oh,
any.
God, I didn't know that when I was
So,
picking this question.
We're 4 short.
4 short.
I'm gonna throw something out there, but like, was that?
Throw it to me first.
Yeah,
What-
no, he's looking that way. It's fine.
Would that be the time where you had guys like JB Holmes and Boo Weekley and people like that kicking
so
about?
Boo Weekley only played in 2008. JB
Right, okay.
Holmes is a very, very interesting shout. He played in 16. I know that much. Ryan Moore was 16.
I was just thinking because there was I'm sure there was a couple guys who were like big hitters from the Americans in there, but I wasn't.
Oh my God, Michael Dustin Johnson.
Yes, big hitter.
Oh,
well done.
goodness
Oh, yeah,
me.
there
Well
we
done,
go.
James.
Big
yeah,
hitters.
He's there.
Dustin Johnson, obviously, but no Ricky.
No Ricky.
Okay. Right, let's think. Major champion. Webb Simpson.
Yes.
2012
now
US Open
now
champion.
we're going.
That's us. We're at 9, 3 to go.
No, just 2 to go.
2 to go, is it?
Yeah.
Right, who we said so far?
Oh, I don't want to
Uh-oh.
like give you that if I've like. Oh, I'm pretty certain. So you've got Keegan. You said him.
Yep.
Yep.
Jim Furyk. You
Yep.
said.
Yep.
Dustin Johnson. You just said.
Yep.
Mhm.
You said Kuchar.
Hang on. Jason Duffner.
Yes.
Ah,
well done.
That's, yeah.
Oh, 1 to go.
1 to go.
Who is the elusive American?
Yeah, you know him. You know him well.
Well, you'd like to think.
Yeah. The others that you said Tiger, you said Bubba, you said Steve Stricker, you said Snedeker, and you've just said Webb Simpson, and you said Phil. So yeah, just one.
2012. Not Jimmy Walker. That was Glenn Eagles. Or was it? Nah, Jimmy Walker made his debut at Glen Eagles. I'm almost sure of it. So, who does that leave? 2011 major champions. You had Charles Schwartzel, you had Rory, you had Darren Clark, and you had Keegan Bradley. 2012, Bubba, Webb Simpson. Who won the Open in 2012? Ernie Els. PGA champion was Duffner, probably. Oh, this is difficult.
Ah. Come on, you're on the right tracks.
Major champions, really?
Yeah.
2010. Let's go back to 2010. It's not 11 or 12. 2010. Masters champion in 2010 was Phil. GMAC won the US Open 2010. Oosthuizen, Keimer. 14. Who won the Masters in 14? Why can't I think of more major champions? Oh, wait. No. Zach Johnson? Zach?
Is Hunter Mahan in?
He's not a major champion.
No, but was he in that Ryder Cup team?
We've said him though, haven't we?
Well, I've said like
We
you're on the
said
right
Mahan.
track with. Yeah, no, it's not Mahan.
Surely, if it's
Zach Johnson.
2012, that's on.
Oh, that's the Pinehurst sign
Who won
gone.
Who won at Pinehurst?
Oh dear.
You know what would be so funny is if this player did win at Pinehurst and it's almost like he's sending a message.
Yeah, that would be hilarious.
Did he? I don't think he did.
Oh God, I'm stuck now.
I feel like it.
Come on, James. What were you thinking here? I can tell you what. Say something. Say it. It's fine.
No, I'm just thinking. I'm just trying to think of like other major champions. Stuart Sink
Well, you've said a lot of them from around
Whoa.
that time.
is
No,
but I feel like that was maybe a little bit later.
that's 10. We've got 2 lives.
You
So,
do.
Use one on Zach Johnson.
Locking it in?
Yep.
Correct.
Yes!
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, thank God. Oh, that was tough. That was a tough watch as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, my word.
You
Probably-
rattled through the first, 7. I thought,
Yeah.
God, this is going to be over straight away. And then, got stuck of it. But
No
yeah,
one
well done.
remembers Zach.
No.
No, that's tough.
Oh, right. Excellent. Good job.
Good job, Lewis.
Thank
Decent.
you.
Well done. There we go.
If you have a topic for Golf Tenable that you would like to put to James and I, have Lewis asking the questions, get in touch. Letters at bunkered.co.uk. Give Lewis the subject matter, and I'll tell you what, see if you beat us, we'll stick up a prize. How about that?
That sounds good.
So get in
Up for
touch
that.
with your subject matter and the right answers, obviously. Don't leave that to Lewis. Lewis will ask the questions, and as I say, we're only allowed to be wrong 3 times.
Yeah, 3 lives.
If you beat us, we'll send you a prize. So get in touch. Letters at
Sounds good.
bunker.co.uk. Gentlemen, thank you very much
Thank
indeed
you.
for your time this
Thanks,
week.
Michael.
Pleasure as always. Thank you to you for listening, for watching. Remember, you can keep the conversation going on social media, on X, at the Bunkered Pod. It's Twitter, right? Done. And on Facebook, facebook.com/the Bunkered Podcast. And like I said, get in touch. Letters at bunker.co.uk. Go and check out these guys' video of the best new drivers, youtube.com/bunkered. And for the rest of the news, bunker.co.uk. We will be back again this time next week. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's bye-bye for now.